Hi everyone, Lensman Oz here and welcome to a brand new series. As you can see by the picture, we're going to play Rimworld. Now this wouldn't be possible without a good friend of mine, Iskandar, gifting me a copy of the game, so thank you sir. I've watched so much of this on YouTube and I really enjoy watching it, so I figured why not play it. So yeah, again thanks. Hopefully everyone enjoys it. I know, as I said, I watch a lot. I enjoy watching it. So we'll get right into it. We're going to start a new colony. I've got no mods loaded in this. The game is moddable, but I haven't played it, so I've just watched it. So I figured let's do a playthrough where it's just vanilla, so to speak. And we'll later on maybe we'll do some scenarios or something, because you can do some other modded weird and wonderful stuff. But we're just going to play a basic game. We'll play the crash landed scenario, which gives us 3 people, and we've got some good, fairly basic stuff. But we've got some silver, which is used as money. We've got 30 meals. We've got some medicine, a rifle, a pistol, and a knife, and a random pet. So we'll get a pet of some description. It could be a dog, it could be a camel, it could be anything. There's lots of animals in this game. And we're going to get a bit of steel and a bit of wood, and there's some other things in the map just scattered around. So this is where you pick your AI basically. So there's 3 AIs in the base game. So you've got Cassandra Classic, which, as it says here, Cassandra creates story events on a steadily increasing curve of challenge and tension. You've got Phoebe Chillax, which gives lots of time between disasters to relax and build your colony, but beware, at high difficulty she'll hit as hard as anyone. And then you got Randy Random. Randy doesn't follow the rules, he'll generate random events, and he doesn't care if they make a story of triumph or utter hopelessness. It's all drama to him. Again, as this is my first playthrough, we might just play it as classic, so it will get slowly harder as we go through. Let's have a look. We'll go through some challenge, I think. What's permadeath? No, I'm not going to do that one. So we'll play sort of mid-range. Now, I guess this is the bit where it starts to generate, because I haven't generated any worlds or anything on here yet. This is literally first time I'm loading it to play. So hopefully all goes well and we don't have any issues here. There we go. I don't know, we'll just randomize the seed a bit. Global coverage. What does it say? Planet is always the same diameter, but since it's far larger than needed for play, we don't generate the whole surface because it can take a long time. So now, in the latest update, it actually generates the entire world, or you can generate the entire world. I'll put it on 100%, and I'll probably end up cutting the video and then coming back once it's generated. Overall rainfall, normal. Overall temperature, normal. Yeah, we'll go with them. So I'll cut here and I'll be back in just a tick. Alright, we are back and we need to select a landing site. So we want somewhere that's not too close to these little piratey icons, I guess, so that we don't get raided all the time. But I wouldn't mind having a few other villages around. And then we also want somewhere that isn't too hot or too cold, or doesn't have where is it? Does it have growing period? Yeah, so you've only got 20 days of growing there. So you kind of want somewhere that's year-round growing. So this area here seems to be year-round. Let's just zoom in a bit. We've got some villages fairly close by. I mean, obviously there's still a few days travel, but there's not too many pirates close. There's one here, there's one over there, and there's one back over here. But this sort of area looks alright. Average temperature's 18, winter temperature's 10. That's not too bad. Somewhere just a little Sandstone marble, sandstone, granite marble. Same deal. Just a temperate forest. So I'll just, again, this is my first playthrough, so we'll just go somewhere in the middle, somewhere nice and easy to get by, I guess. All right, so we have 3 characters, and we can randomize these people, but basically we've got a character, you've got their backstory, what they're capable and incapable of, basically. So incapable of firefighting, this person cannot put out fires, and then these are their skills. So this person is alright at social and alright at research, but see, these little flame things mean so this one here is they're interested in it, so they'll learn at 100%. So as they're mining, for example, in this case, they will learn 100% towards their level, so they will skill up, basically, and they will get a little bit of joy out of it. This one here, the 2 little flames, is a burning passion. They learn at 150%, and their joy gain from doing that task is 2 times. So cooking, that's not construction and social. They're all fairly similar, and this Kurt here is Bunny's father. Cooking. Do we have anyone that's incapable of firefighting, incapable of nothing, so that's good. Night owl, so that means they will basically like to sleep during the day. But psychically sensitive, optimist, hard worker, optimist, they're not too bad. So we'll go with them, I think. We'll just go with whatever we've got. I do plan on changing people's names too, so potentially through the first few episodes, or as we get a new person, I'll start trying to pick up on some of you viewers who have watched for a while, or I think one of these people I'm going to name Iskandar in I guess appreciation for the copy of the game, but hopefully that person doesn't die, because that could be quite bad. Alright, so the 3 of you awake in your crypto sleep sarcophagi to the sound of sirens and ripping metal. You barely get to the escape pods before their ship is torn apart. Sometime later you land on this unknown Rimworld. So basically, and I may need to adjust volume levels yet. So we're on the planet. So let me just quickly, we'll do a save and a loot just to make sure, and let's just drop the volume down a little bit more. Alright, so we're on the planet. Let's have a little bit of look at the map. Okay, ASDF keys to move around. Oh, sorry, ASDW. So we've got a few things on the map. We've got these things here. These are boomaloops. They explode when they die. An alpaca. Bit of steel here, it looks like. Yep. So we've got resources we can mine out. Lots of steel. There's a little room here that could have something inside. It's compacted machinery. There's a bit of a ship chunk. If you deconstruct this, you'll get some components and stuff for building. There's a boom rat. So where can we build? Kind of want a fairly defensible area. I don't want it too close to the edge of the map, because all your raids come from the sides, obviously. I mean, there's a nice little building here, but this area really doesn't have much defense at all, does it? Got this big room here, but that could have baddies in it. So we won't open that very early on at all. We'll leave that till a bit later. So this is a nice little fertile area of growing. So when you plant your plants on this area, you can see in the bottom left corner, I don't know if it's big enough for you guys to see, it does say that it's rich soil Walk speed's 87%, so it's slower to walk through, but its fertility is 140%. So our stuff will grow a lot better in this area. So what have we got? We've got some packaged survival meals. So we might start off with just this little hut here. And we'll put our first beds and that sort of stuff in this area. And we'll probably set, what do we got? Work, no, not that one, architect. So to place things in places, we need to put down a stockpile zone. So I'm going to build a stockpile zone just here for now. And all of our stuff, they should move it to there, because we'll leave that to be anything. So storage, everything except chunks, and yeah, no corpses, no animal corpses at the moment. That's fine. So once we get going, they will all move all the stuff over here, and then first let's have a look who's the best at shooting. Shooting's a 0, so it's not you. Shooting's a 3, shooting's a 1, but you're an utter beginner, but you have a passion in it. So I think I'm going to give you the rifle, and I'll give Bunny here the pistol. And where's our random pet? Do we get a random pet? Please don't tell me that's our random pet. No, because it says tame. Maybe it's underneath. Let's just unpause. Oh, there we go. We got a cat. Awesome. So who was our other character who could shoot? So you can take the rifle, and you can take the knife. Alright, so you can double click on these to select all of the same type of item on the screen. It's 30 meals, we'll push F to unforbid them. Some components here. So a little bit of steel, some more steel here. Alright, so they'll move these items around. Here's some more, here's some wood. Let's just unrestrict a couple of things. So they should move around and start to pick up stuff. But let's get right into it, and we need to put a door on this building. So everything's done under architect here. So first thing we want to do is structure. We want to put a door. We'll just make it out of wood for now. I mean, steel probably wouldn't be that bad. What's this made out of? Slate. Actually, there's probably going to be something living in here. That could be interesting. Oh well. Let's deconstruct it and see what happens. What's the worst that could happen? Someone could die straight away. Famous last words, alright? Need colonist beds, correct. Are they going to do... Okay, it looks like Longshank's coming down here to disassemble this wall. And Kurt and Bunny are moving things around. So let's have a look here. Character. There we go. Iskandar, you are officially in the game. Alright, come on Longshank. Hopefully there's nothing too brutal in this little hut. I'd like it to be empty, would be very nice. But we may not be so lucky. Hey, awesome. So it's only a tiny little thing, but we can just put our just put a couple of beds in here just for the moment until we can get something better built up. So let's just craft remember what the key E. We go one there, one there, one there. Just again, as I said, just something basic. Oh, Iskandar, you're not feeling well. Still got a bit of crypto sleep sickness. Alright, so let's get to... Zoom out a little bit because you're very loud. Let's get a growing zone going, and we'll do it... Look, 8x8 area here. And we're going to plant, what have we got? Potatoes. How long do they take? Growing time's 3.15 days. Okay. Corn, 7 days. They last longer. And rice is 2.5 days. They last 14. We'll go with potatoes to start with. And then we'll need to haul these things out of the way. And we need to make an area to put chunks in. So let's just designate an area over here. And this will just be clear all. And we just want chunks in there. So your chunks are these things, these little marble chunk, and we can use these later on. Our stockpile zone will need a roof over it, otherwise it will things will degrade. So our stockpile zone goes out to there. So if we put to roof this, we're going to need a bit of wall, probably, to hold it up. So let's put a couple of bits of wall in there. That might be enough, it's raining. And then we can do... I've got to remember where everything is here, so... As I said, I've watched a lot, but... zone area. Expand, build roof area. So we want to build a roof over that. And that's going to be roof 2. Let's put just a wooden door on there. And we'll just put this on the end. So Longshank there is covering up the roof. So it's now not raining inside our base. Okay, so next thing we probably need to get into, you guys probably need to build these bits of wall before you try and, oh there you go, you built one. Before you try and expand the roof too far. Alright, so hopefully someone's going to do something with this growing area over here. And you got to be careful you don't queue up too much in the beginning area, otherwise you spend all this, spend all the time doing stuff that doesn't need to be done, and other stuff doesn't get done when you need it. So the medicine's starting to deteriorate because it's out in the open. So hopefully these guys will come and haul this soon. We potentially need to get someone to start hunting. And who's our best hunter? See, one of the things I've watched other people do is they prioritize all their people to the best of their abilities. So they switch this over from automatic to manual, and then they tell a number 1. So you can see here, higher priority at this end, lower priority at this end. A number 1 means that they'll do this first. A number 1 here, for example, does not beat a number 1 here. So we put firefighting and patient up to 1, and bed rest, so when they get hurt and flick, they can all flick. It's just turning a PowerPoint on and off. And then we want the person who is the best medicine to be the doctor, so that looks like it's Iskandar. And then warden. Who's our best warden? We've got 8, 9, 6. So you don't need to be warden. You don't need to be warden. Although... So Iskandar will be doctor and warden. The other thing you don't want to do is you don't want to have them do too much. So we want someone who's cooking. No, you don't need to be cooking. You can be our cook, but you're also the hunter. Who had the rifle? Longshank has the rifle. Alright, well... Okay. You're our hunter, but you're also our constructor. This is where it starts to get a bit difficult. You know, early on, they probably all need to construct. Are you our grower? Bunny seems to be a better grower. You're our miner. Plant cutting. None of them really have the ability to plant cut. So I'll just give them all lowing. And research. Looks like Iskandar is our researcher because he is a scientist. Okay, we'll leave it at that for the moment. I'll work through that, trying to find a good balance. Has anyone gone and got that medicine? Yes, you did. Okay, so we need somewhere to cook. So we're going to need another little room of some description. So let's just build... How much wood do we have? We've got 315 wood. Let's build... Okay, it's 50. Put a door in it. And we will eventually need to get power and have a cold area for keeping meat and things like that. So let's... I kind of want to do... Oh, hang on. Stop. That's where my chunks thing is. That's alright. Just built that over the top of my stockpile. Whoops. That's fine. It's blanked out the stockpile, so we can just expand that. Just expand this one a bit this way. That's the dumping. Yeah. Alright. Back to it. It's raining. So what's this over here? Shallow water and mud. Alright. So some things will fight back if you try to attack them. So we've got a hare here. Let's hunt him. Matisse. Sounds like they're hunting. Oh, one shot. Nice. Very nice. So someone will need to go and pick up the hare. But before we can cook them, we need production. We're going to need a butcher's table out of wood, which is what this room is for. Butcher table. Yeah. So that's saying there'll be a speed penalty because it's outdoors, but they just haven't finished building the room yet. So we're going to put a fueled stove in here. So that will allow them to use wood to cook their dinners. And let's get a crafting spot so we can actually craft stuff. I'm going to just put this here for the moment. And then we can craft stuff. So if we need any basic items, we can craft them. Alright, so you are building... Is that a room yet? No, it's still got one more. We're going to need some more wood. So let's order them to chop wood. We'll just clear this area out. And I need you to chop that wood. So they're doing that as they plant, but yeah. It's still a little bit loud for me. Let's go down a little bit more. Alright, so yeah, it's just, I enjoy playing this game, or I'm enjoying playing this game. I enjoy watching the game, just for the whole management aspect of it. You're basically trying to keep these people alive, so it's all part of the fun. But by all means, please, if you want to be in the game, I mean, bear in mind that you will potentially die at one point, please leave a comment below, and I'll go through, and as people join the colony, we will I'll go through the list of whoever puts their name in, and we'll start adding you to the game itself. There's a raccoon here. Is anyone going to pick up that bunny from before? Okay, we got the butcher table in. One of the bills will be butcher creature, and we will do it forever. So whenever there is a dead creature, someone will go and get it and cut it up so we can cook it. And in the stove here, we want to cook a simple meal until we got 3 people. So let's go 9. We'll go 12. So we have 4 meals per person all the time. And someone will, when it's obviously not night time, someone will come down and do that cooking. Now we did have a person who was a night owl. Who was that? Longshank. So Longshank would prefer to be awake at night, working at night. But the problem we have at the moment is, because they're all sleeping in the same room, which we will fix soon, we'll get them all their own bedrooms. Because they're all sleeping in the same room, as soon as one person gets up and goes out the door, they will cause a disturbed sleep debuff. So you can see here, they all have, there's positives, so the green, and there's negative things that happen in the world to cause them either a positive buff or a negative buff. So we've got, the person has pretty low expectations because, here we go, we've got nothing, we're working through it. So there's a 15 there, but you can see here they're feeling terrible, they're joy deprived, so we need something for them to do that's fun. They're sharing a bedroom, and they ate without a table. So we do need to get a common room with a table in it for them to eat at, and we do need to get them their own bedrooms, and then these debuffs will disappear, and a source of joy, so something for them to do. I mean, we can have a look here. The basic joy thing is a horseshoe pin, so we can let's put it there. They can play horseshoes whenever they get a chance. But yeah, so fairly early on, there's not much we can do yet. We need to give the cat somewhere to sleep too. Furniture, animals, sleeping spot. Oh, I suppose we can give you a box to sleep in, cat. There we go. So when they wake up, they'll make you a box to sleep in, alright? Matisse. Alright, I think we're getting pretty close to the end of the first episode here. The plans for the series is to keep it fairly similar to my normal episodes, where it's a half-hour video, and basically to just stop and start at the half-hour mark, and I'll record in half-hour chunks. I feel that's a fairly decent amount of time as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, we're as I said, we're pretty close to the wrapping up point now with the little hiccup at the start of the episode with the generating of the world. So thank you all for watching. Please leave those comments in the section below. Be aware though that I may record 2 or 3 of these episodes in a session, so if you are leaving comments on a video, I may not be able to respond to them until a couple of episodes later. Just with the way life is, and recording and schedule and work and kids and all that sort of stuff. This will probably be done similar to the Elder Scrolls series, where it's a few episodes in one hit. So thank you all for watching. Please leave those comments below. Hit the like button if you liked it. If you want to be in the video, leave a comment with your preferred name. Please keep it clean. This is a PG channel. And I'll catch you in the next one. See you later.